Hey, I'm Max, and welcome to Upshot Brass. My live stream just ended. Occurred to me after the fact that I had a little bit more to say. Before the video, before Mando launched, I was on for about 40 minutes, just stalling. And I found, I said some things about Ahsoka and Rey that I think I need to clarify. What I said was, I thought that Ahsoka had every bit as much plot armor as Rey had. I did not mean to imply that I thought Rey and Ahsoka were of the same level of quality when it came to their characters. No, I thought obviously Ahsoka was a better character than Rey. Purely on the grounds that she had 7 seasons of Clone Wars, 4 seasons of Rebels to develop. Rey had 3 movies. But the point I was trying to make is, I never felt any tension with Ahsoka, any more than I felt tension with Rey. I got the feeling early on, and it lingered, that just like Rey was Kathleen Kennedy's golden child, Ahsoka was Dave Filoni's. Now, Kathleen Kennedy is a producer. She's not a writer. She is a very talented producer. She's worked with the best. She's studied under the best. She knows what she's doing when it comes to producing. When it comes to being a studio head, and when it comes to being a creative, that's a different matter. That's a skill set that she has not demonstrated excellence in. At least not to the level of Kevin Feige, and so on, or Jon Favreau. So do I think Ahsoka's a better written character? Yes. She's more fleshed out. Honestly, at this point, a little bit too fleshed out to the point that I feel we're beating a dead horse with her. Yeah, she got a lot more time. And this is not a statement against either Ashley Eckstein, whatever her name is, Eccleston, can't remember, or Daisy Ridley. This is not a statement regarding their respective acting abilities. This is about the characters. This has nothing to do with the actresses. Okay. I just feel like this needs to be said. My issue with Ahsoka is that she's run her course, but because she's Dave Filoni's golden child, they keep bringing her back. Yeah, there's also the merchandising part, and the ratings, because people like fan service, I guess. But I just feel like we're shrinking the universe a little by bringing back all these familiar faces, One or two is fine. The only time that I enjoy characters coming back from the dead is if, or being brought from one series to another or so on, is if in their first go around they didn't have enough chance to develop. If they were killed off unceremoniously, if there was more they could do, if there's more they genuinely felt they could do with the character. Not, oh, he's popular, let's keep him around a little longer. I like her, I like him. Let me see what I can come up with. No, if there's a natural progression, if you have a genuine good idea that you think you have that will push this character further, that will expand on her story, by all means, I enjoy that. That's why I liked Boba Fett coming back. That's why I liked Maul coming back, at least in the beginning. The problem is, they never really did develop Maul's character. And that pissed me off. I was excited to see him, but he never really developed. He never changed. He's still arrogant and overconfident. That's always why he lost. I think his voice actor was the one who said it best. Maul is based on the ancient Greek tale. I forgot the name of the, I think it was of the giant who pissed off Zeus by giving Prometheus. Yeah, it was based on the tale of. It wasn't Prometheus. Prometheus was was tied to the mountain. Whichever was the ancient Greek figure, which was punished by forever having to climb up a mountain, but always almost at the peak of his success, falling back down to the bottom, having to go all over again. That was his eternal punishment. That's what they were doing with Maul. And I hated that. I hated that Maul was this stagnant character, that he could never learn from his mistakes, that he could never grow, that he was always just basically a generic baddie. Now, Sam Witwer made him very entertaining to watch, but it's just his failures were so contrived. And his hallway scene in Clone Wars Season 7, I felt was a very cheap way to try to recapture Vader's hallway scene in Rogue One. Vader's hallway scene made sense. It was at the end of the movie. It was showcasing this brutal, unstoppable force of terror. When you watched that scene, you were in awe of the terror. And the rebels weren't inaccurate. They were very accurate. Vader's force powers were too much. In Maul's hallway scene, he wasn't even covering himself with the bulkheads. His center line was wide open. And these clones are supposed to be expert marksmen. If one just took his time, I'm just remembering what Gene Hackman said in Unforgiven. Speed and speed and strength and so on doesn't hurt, but it's nothing compared to cool-headedness. One stormtrooper just took a good one clone just took a good line down the middle. Like they were trained to, because the clones actually were accurate. They need to be. Maul would be gone. It was a very brutal scene. The music didn't really sell it that much, and it was kind of stuffed between too many other scenes to be effective. In Rogue One, the Vader scene came out of nowhere. Maul was just, it's another action scene. Okay. So, yeah, the point is, I really didn't want them bringing Bo-Katan back. I don't want them bringing Ahsoka back. They're doing it. I know why they're doing it. The characters are played out. We've seen them so many times. And I don't see what more they can do with Ahsoka. I mean, they established Bo-Katan's next objective. They put the Logan serum in her, and they keep doing that to her character. Her character's done. Oh, Logan serum. She goes off and has another arc, and that gets tired. Oh, another serum. Goes off and has yet another arc. Right? And that's where we are now. First thing she was a foil to Maul. She was the one who sided with the Jedi to defeat Maul out of necessity, because she didn't want an outsider being the Mandalore. And then in Rebels, she was the head of the rebellion on Mandalore trying to defeat the Empire, at which she was completely incompetent because it had a TVY7 rating and they couldn't just kill all the stormtroopers with that weapon. So it was completely out of character for her not to do it, but, TVY7, what you gonna do? And now, she survived the Purge, which takes away from Gideon's character. But, now she's on hunt to get the Darksaber back and, seat a new Mandalorian on the throne, based on her demeanor in the episode, most likely herself. I'd rather it be Boba Fett, because his adventures in the expanded universe, if they decide to pull just a fraction of that over, really worth it, I say. But yeah, I do not think that Rey is a better character than Ahsoka. I think she should have been... I think Rey had a lot of potential early on that was squandered. I would have liked to see her character fleshed out more. I'd like to see if, they could put in a competent writer to do something with her. Simply because I haven't seen enough of her. There were 3 movies, and when the prequels first came out, very few people liked them. Everyone was, Jake Lloyd was in a mental institution because of all the hate he got. And the actor who played Jar Jar was suicidal. And Hayden Christensen still hasn't gotten a decent job, even though he proved outside of Star Wars that he was actually a pretty good actor. I mean, go watch him in Shattered Glass. And in that Kevin Kline movie. He has talent, just not enough to survive bad direction. As a nostalgia critic pointed out. But once he was fleshed out in Clone Wars, suddenly everybody loved him. And then sequels came out, and everyone was defending him in the prequels. And I feel, I don't know. I just think that could happen with Rey if they have a competent enough writer to give her a good story in a mini-series or in a comic or anything. Just give her a decent story. Put some good writers behind it. I also hear they're doing an Ahsoka show now. That's a rumor that's going around. I guess her episode in Mando is going to be, Mandalorian is going to be a backdoor pilot, even though Disney has absolutely no need to do a backdoor pilot. Yeah, when she gets her own show. I think that's the show they're talking about with the Russian doll director. Why they hired her, who knows, but I don't. Yeah. Alright, that's all. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer. Please like and subscribe, really helps out. I'm not allowed to make money until I have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Yeah. And that doesn't mean my channel can't be monetized, according to the new terms of service. You'll be seeing ads on all my videos. I don't get a cent. YouTube gets all of it until I have 1,000 subscribers. That's that then. Alright, I will see you next time. Take care.